From the CBS Bay Area studios, this is KPIX 5 News.
Good morning. Welcome back to KPIX 5 News this morning. Time now 6:29. I'm Melissa Kane.
Good morning. I'm Devin Fehely. A passenger plane crashed today in Ethiopia. State media says Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 had just left for Nairobi, Kenya, when the Boeing 737 went down near the city of Bishofu. Here's a look at the airport in Ethiopia where that flight originated. There are no survivors. The airline says 149 passengers and 8 crew members were on board. The plane was reportedly brand new, the same Boeing 737 MAX model involved in the crash of an Indonesian aircraft last October. Now, Ethiopian Airlines says there were people from 33 different countries on board that flight, including 8 from the U.S. and 18 from Canada. The cause of the crash is still unclear. Dozens of people were injured last night after another passenger plane hit turbulence before landing at New York's Kennedy International Airport. The Turkish Airlines flight had originated in Istanbul. The injuries are reportedly not serious, mostly bumps and bruises.
Now, all this recent rain has opened up a lot of potholes, and crews in San Francisco are scrambling to repair them. Now, one team was busy pouring and smoothing out asphalt yesterday at Geary Boulevard and Steiner Street. Now, the Public Works Department says it's concentrating on high traffic areas.
Water is definitely pavement's worst enemy. If there's a crack in the pavement and water gets in there, that's when potholes can form.
Now, the biggest problems are on those high-trafficked roads like Geary, Van Ness, Lombard, and 19th Avenue. And Public Works crews say they're working on weekends to avoid disrupting the weekday commute. But potholes aren't just a problem in San Francisco, of course. They're big around the Bay Area. One viewer sent us photos of her tire after a rough ride along 19th Avenue in Oakland. She says the repair bill came out to $315. We're on the lookout for the worst potholes in the Bay Area. Show us your photos on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Use the hashtag KPIX.
Some businesses in Sebastopol are struggling to survive after major flooding hit the town late last month. An upscale market called the Barlow is shut down temporarily. All 30 businesses have damaged equipment or furniture. That will need to be replaced, but some of those businesses have little or no insurance, and they still have bills to cover, like payroll and taxes, even though they're closed at the moment. Now, several wineries and restaurants in that area are trying to raise money through GoFundMe pages.
And San Jose State University has now released body camera footage of a fatal officer-involved shooting from 2014. Now, that footage was released under California's new police transparency law. Now, the video shows the encounter between SJSU police and 38-year-old Antonio Guzman Lopez. Police say 2 officers responded to a 911 call about a man matching Lopez's description who was walking through campus holding a sharp object and acting erratically. And police say they encountered Lopez near 8th and San Salvador streets. One officer shot Lopez because he believed Lopez was about to attack the officer's partner. Now, Lopez's girlfriend has seen the video and says it appears that he was trying to de-escalate the confrontation.
It hurt me more than anything because I know those are his last moments, and in a minute I'm going to see what they're going to do to him, and he's dead again.
SJSU police has released a statement that reads in part, quote, the officer's use of force was deemed legally justifiable in response to an immediate threat that could potentially result in great harm or death. And the Santa Clara County District Attorney's Office did clear those officers back in 2015.
BART train service should be back to normal this morning, a far cry from yesterday morning when the transit system was shut down for several hours. BART says 2 critical computer systems used to power and control the trains crashed in the early morning hours. The transit agency initially believed the outage was triggered by overnight maintenance, but now BART admits it's not clear exactly what happened. It was about 11 a.m. when BART service finally was restored. BART says it's launching an investigation into the cause of the computer failures, but it could be several days before there are definitive answers.
And one Bay Area lawmaker wants to phase out diesel trucks in California. A bill written by State Senator Nancy Skinner of Berkeley is aimed at reducing greenhouse gas emissions. And that bill would direct the California Air Quality Resources Board to require a 40% cut in diesel emissions by 2030 and 80% by 2050. The trucking industry is skeptical. They say that's not possible, but environmentalists say the technology for cleaner trucks is advancing very quickly. And the force will be strong Kong in Disneyland this spring. Star Wars fans are going to get their first chance to fly the Millennium Falcon on May 31st.
At 14 acres, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is Disneyland's largest expansion yet, but it won't be fully operational until later this year when another main attraction called Rise of the Resistance opens. Now, experts say the tickets will be in high demand, so as Yoda would say, patient you must be.
I think we're definitely looking at hours-long wait to get on the Millennium Falcon ride, at least for the duration of this summer.
The new park isn't just for kids. It will also feature Disneyland's first ever bar, inspired by the iconic Star Wars cantina scene.
Well, I got a couple of items to check off here. Scattered showers hang around today. A few of them could come in the form of an isolated thunderstorm. And then everybody read that bottom line. Blue skies and a warm-up are in store. We're going to be in the mid to upper 60s for much of this 7-day forecast once we get past Tuesday, and we are taking the rain out. Of course, we got to get through today. So plan on those isolated showers, a few embedded thunderstorms today, and then just know by Monday the weather changes for the better.
Just in time for people to go back to work.
Yes.
Yay!
Yay.
All right, well, thank you for joining us this morning.